Sketchbook number 10. I finished this over a month ago, like 6 weeks maybe. Yeah, about 6 weeks. And I've just been procrastinating on filming this sketchbook tour ever since. I even finished filming doing the first page of sketchbook number 11 before filming this. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. I have mixed feelings about this one, especially considering how much I love sketchbook number 11, but you'll see that one later. First page. I did a video doing this and this. It would be my last video that I posted, so I'll leave a link to that in the cards. I'm not sure how many of them I will leave linked in the cards, but I did this in a video. Started last August and finished February. This took me so long, and it's because I didn't like the paper. So, two of my characters, this is Kaden and Dishen. I don't really draw him as much as I should. This is when I was trying to rework how my avatar looks. I don't really like it, but this is basically what I wear all the time. I have about 6 or 7 plain black shirts that I wear. These are 2 self-portraits. This is the first self-portrait. No, the second self-portrait I've ever done. This is a mistake. This is the second self-portrait I've ever done. This one doesn't really look like me, but this one, well, I don't know. More trying to draw me. This is when I wanted to change up my art style, so I was trying a different method of inking and lining. I don't stick with it, but I do have some more done with this kind of hairstyle drawing. It looks like I have leaves on my head. More with that same kind of inking style. This is Olivia and Harris Young. I really need to draw him more. I like him, but I have no story for him. This is a study from Pinterest. I just wanted to do a pen drawing, so pick that guy. I really like how the shadows came out. This is... what's her name again? I haven't drawn her in so long that I can't even remember her name. But I always draw her sad because she's cute. This is Dante from the story Mom v Demon King. He is one of the villains, kinda. This is when I was trying to design different kinds of characters. So this one is supposed to be like an alien guy. This paper sucks with markers. It sucks with everything, but especially with markers. This is Walter. I really like this character. He's in the same story, but he's one of the heroes. And I draw him a lot more in sketchbook number 11. This is just a study. Nothing special. Oh, this is Finnegan. I wanted to do like a humanoid shark person, and I really like how these came out. I don't really draw him much. I really should draw him, but I named him Finn because he's a shark. And I like him. I like his piercings. I don't normally like piercings, but I like this. Another drawing of Finnegan. I don't know who this is. I was just drawing and she appeared. She looks evil. I like her. I was just drawing again. This is not any of my original characters, kinda. I suppose he is an original character, but I don't do anything with him. I was trying automatic drawing. I hate it. It's not fun. These are thumbnails for a drawing I did in another sketchbook. Yeah. And oh, and this one is a thumbnail for this. This one is done in the other sketchbook. And this is watercolor. I was looking at some pictures and combined them to kind of make a fantasy-esque setting. But this paper sucks, so it didn't come out looking that good. Emmett. I never finished this one. I should have gone back and finished it, but this sketchbook took me so long to do that I just did not feel like going back to any of them. Just a drawing of a girl. Yeah. Another one of that alien character. Changed the hair color, but I don't like it. Oh, I really, really like this picture. This was done completely in pen and with ink wash, and I love it. It was a study. So good. You can see that it took me like a month. No, not a full month. But it took me a while just to finish these few pages. More Walter. These are studies of cats. I don't like how they came out. I was drawing my character in Rift, so this was just me sketching out the pose. I did it on another sheet of paper and then never colored it in. This was when I was trying to work out Cadence colors, because I wanted to change up how she looked a little. I was trying out something else. I was trying out different hairstyles, because I designed her back in sketchbook number 8, but I didn't really draw her much since. I draw her a lot now, because I really like her. I really like her. But yeah. So this is me trying to figure out more of her colors. And I decided on purple and grey. It just suits her so well. I love it. And yeah. Yeah, she's a girl. I don't feel like explaining everything. This is Emmett. He's a love interest. So, yeah, he's a boy. Yeah. More Walter. I wanted to change up his colors and his clothes. And I was trying out different hairstyles. I ended up just keeping the same hairstyle that I had from before. So, yeah. Olivia, I love her. And Oliver. She's the mom. He's the chosen one. She needs to kill the Demon King so that he doesn't have to. But yeah, I love her so much. Dante and Jared, he also works with the bad guys. Yeah, I like him too. He and Alina, she has a major crush on Jared, and he has a very soft spot for her. A guy. Another guy. I just wanted to draw a guy in a suit, so I did. This was a study of David, I think. Either way, I saw a picture of the bust on Pinterest and decided to draw it. I did a light sketch with red pen. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if it was red pen or colored pencil, but yeah, it's red pen. And then I used a brush pen and some ink that I have in a water brush to do the shadows. And it bled onto the other side, so I just traced all the ink lines to do this side. And then I wanted to draw it again, but this time with colored pencil. And I like how this came out as well. I like how these two came out. And then I did it again. No, this one is a woman. I don't remember which statue this is from, but this was another bust that I found on Pinterest, and I drew it with orange colored pencil, and I thought it was going to give me a migraine because normally drawing in red or orange does that, but it didn't, so I think I'm going to stick with drawing with orange most of the time because red still gives me a migraine. This, I was following some tips by Sketching with Scotty, I think that's his name on YouTube. He does these kinds of ink wash, pens with watercolor washes of people, so these are studies. I kind of like how the purple looks in the shadows. It's really nice. More of those, but I prefer the ones on this page. And this was a watercolor study. I just really wanted to do some loose watercolor, so I sketched as a pen with pencil. Just did a light sketch without much detail, and then added in all the shadows and details with watercolor. And I love how this came out. It's so loose and flowy. Yeah. And I love the color purples. And then this was another one that I did, just like this one. This one didn't come out as good, but I still really like it. And then I wanted to do something more semi-realistic, so I found an actor that I don't really care for, so that I don't feel bad if I mess it up. Because if I draw Tiger Shroff and I mess up his face, I'm gonna feel really depressed. But this is Sushant Singh, and like, yeah, I know he's dead now, but that doesn't mean I have to like his movies. I still think his movies suck. It's sad that he died, but I'm not a fan. But I do really like how this came out. I loved how the shadows hit his face, and again, I used purple in the shadows, and I think it came out really nice. I love this drawing. And then this is the middle of the sketchbook, which actually was a coincidence. I didn't mean to do a 2-page spread for the halfway point, but I was flaring really bad because I have a few autoimmune problems, and this is me fighting me, essentially. I drew it on like 1 page and then cut it in half. So, but when I have it like this, it looks weird, like it doesn't match up. But when I fold it like this, you can see it was 1 page. I did not take into account the spine. I should have, but I didn't. But yeah, this still came out pretty interesting. It was done with ink and markers, and I like how the werewolf came out. I like how I did the lighting in the back. And this is me fighting with a spoon, because that's how I felt at the time. I tried to do another one of those marker face studies, but with just my green markers, because I don't use my green markers very much. And I don't like how it came out. He looks like an alien. He looks more alien than the actual alien I drew. This was another study with watercolor. I kind of struggle with darker skin tones, so lately I've been trying to practice doing darker skin tones. I think this one came out pretty okay. Oh, another thing I struggle with is getting children to look like children when I do more realistic work. So I wanted to practice more younger characters. So I did this study of a boy, and I think it came out really well. And then some silhouette studies. Every sketchbook I try to do the silhouette studies, or just doing poses in silhouettes, and I hate it, and I say I'm not doing it again, and then I do it again, and I hate it. I don't know why I do this to myself. I didn't know what to draw, so I just took a brush pen and sketched out something. Pictures from Pinterest, of course. I hadn't done much horses or animals or anything lately, so I wanted to draw a horse, and this is in watercolor. These are just some sketches from Pinterest. Oh, I saw this comic called Atomic King Dia Dogan. I haven't read it. I was just looking at the pictures, and I really like the character design. So these are studies from panels in that comic. And then I tried to draw myself, like my avatar, in that kind of style. I don't really think this style fits me though. This is a study. I wanted to practice colloding folds, so I sketched in pencil, inked, and then used watercolor to get the shadows. I like how this came out. I think it really looks like the picture. Oliver. These were pictures as well that I found, and I was using it to get the shadows on the character. I don't use this many shadows in my drawings, but it was just a study. I really like how this character came out, but he has no purpose in any story, but I like him. I need to use him for something, if I remember. These are more studies. Again, I was experimenting with adding in different colors into the shadows, and I really like how it came out in the green jacket here. And I think both of these came out looking like the models, so yeah. More studies. Again, I think they came out looking somewhat like the Mostly, I think they came out looking close to what I was going for, but I was kind of getting bored by this sketchbook and I really wanted to finish it. This guy's skin tone, again, darker skin tones I struggle with, so I practiced on him, and he looks orange. I was just trying out more character design. I was supposed to draw something and stick it on the back of this page, but again, I was just getting tired of this sketchbook. I was trying out drawing a different avatar for myself. I do kind of like this, but like I said, this is stuck over a drawing, and I hated the drawing that was underneath it because it made me look like I was wearing a bib. And that's what it kind of looks like. So in black and white, this looks fine. But when you color it in, it looks like I'm wearing a bib, and I don't like it. So I'm still working on Ellie. She's pulling on my leg for pet. This dog. Oh, I was doing a drawing on some cardstock, so thumbnails for that. This was a reference from Earth's World. It's an Instagram page where he takes candid pictures of people at fairs. I like how weird the people look because he gets them in very unflattering angles, and I kind of like that. Sometimes I don't want to draw pretty people. I just want to draw real people doing stuff. Yeah, I was just trying to fill pages at this point. This is more from Earth's World. I was sketching in Just Pen. I think this one came out pretty good. Again, dark skin tones I struggle with. That's why I'm practicing. Oh, and this is a birth of Blade and Weaver. I don't know what story I'm putting them in yet. I'll figure that out. I have an idea probably, but I'll talk more about that in Sketchbook 11. But they're a couple. They are failed experiments, and he has one wing. She has one wing. So the only way they can fly is if the two of them are together, and yet they are in love with each other. They're a couple. I love them. I wanted to draw a buff guy, a more stylized body figure, and I don't like it. This was another study. Adrian, I love this character. I think the only character older than him is Haley from my pirate series, Haley Storm. Which I'll leave links to in the description. It's a pirate trilogy, and I have a sequel trilogy that's called Goldfinger Kate. Definitely check those out. But I created him back when I was 11 or 12. So yeah, I really like this guy. More Dishan. His power is light, and he sparkles. His sparkling is intentional. But it's so intentional, he sparkles even when he's sleeping. The only time he doesn't sparkle is when he's angry. Tamisra, that was her name. I have too many characters. But yeah, Tammy. The two of them are love interests. He really only gets angry if somebody hurts Tammy. Jane, he is from a story called... Oh, I don't think I named that story. Interesting. But I have been working on an outline for this story, and I don't know when I'm going to do it, but it has to be a comic because there's too much... I talk more about this in Sketchbook number 9, but it has to be a comic because of how the story is to be told, and because it goes back and forth from present to future. So you need to be able to tell the difference with what timeline they're in at the moment. And Kara, they're in the same story. This was another study in pen and highlighter. Olivia, I really love Olivia. Walter, I hate the watercolors I used here. They're so chalky. I didn't use my normal Camlin or Meeden. that I normally use. This was a cheap watercolor set, and I hate it. Yeah, I don't like the colors for Weaver. I was toying with changing her colors. Yeah, I was toying with changing her colors to more match his, but I didn't like these. Figure studies. Another study. I was just doing studies to fill pages. Oh, this was thumbnailing for the first page. I was experimenting with different poses. Weaver, I think this is what I ended up going with for her. Because I did want to have both of them have navy and green as their colors, but I didn't want it to be as strong. More Blade. I don't usually draw people from behind, so I wanted to, when I saw the picture, I decided to draw Blade from behind. Another pose, I hate how this one came out. Just look at the length of his legs. The upper body and the lower body is supposed to be about the same length. Weaver, I like how this one came out. If you're hearing a puppy in the background, I'm keeping a dog for somebody, and he's fine. He was bathed and fed and had his belly rubbed, and he pooped, and he got water. He's just a crybaby. And so right now he's just crying. He was crying while he was eating. I don't know why. Yeah, he's just a crybaby. He's fine. He got all the pet and hugs and everything. He's fine. Weaver, I'm thinking of naming him Gare. I was trying to draw like a dwarf, and I really like the striped pants. I used striped pants for another character that you'll see in sketchbook number 11. Just some random character. I wanted to try doing something, a character that was very skinny and angular. This character, I don't think I named her yet, but I work on her much more in sketchbook number 11, and she is a scholar who works with this guy named Pebble. I like her as well. She's another one with darker skin tone, because again, I'm practicing with the darker skin tones. I don't like how these came out, but I ended up changing her color scheme. So her colors now, her outfit now looks similar, but I changed it up a little bit. Her hair's red now. Jane, another pose. And then more Earth's World. This one came out pretty good. This one is fine. More Earth's World. And then the final page. I did these two, again, were done in the last video that I posted. And that's it. I finished it August 20th to February 17th. And that is done. Sketchbook number 10. I'm so glad it's finished. I hated this paper. 0 out of 10. I love the Artalicious, the hardbound sketchbook, but I was hoping that it would be like the same paper, just in spiral. They're supposed to be like the same GSM and everything, but I hated this. I'll give you a little sneak peek into sketchbook number 11 and into a video that I will be posting hopefully very soon. And that is this one. I actually did the first page before I finished the sketchbook. In fact, I sketched the first page first before I did anything else in the sketchbook. So that's good. And then there's some studies, but I really, really love this sketchbook, and it is almost done. I think I have about 11 or 12 pages left in this sketchbook, and I can't wait to show you guys, because I know I said sketchbook number 8 was my favorite, but this one is my new favorite sketchbook in terms of the actual paper and the drawings inside. I love this sketchbook so much, and I hope you guys would want to see this. If you want to see what's in this sketchbook, then make sure to subscribe, because I'm hoping to finish the sketchbook pretty soon. I started it February 18th, and I want to finish it before the end of April. I should be able to do that. So that was it for sketchbook number 10. Thanks for watching, and I'm not going to leave a link to this sketchbook in the description because you shouldn't buy it. But other than that, I will see you in another video. Later.